these guys are like old jazz guys with like hair and beards, and they're wearing all these hippie stuff and all this stuff from India and beards, and Alice Cooper's wearing like lipstick and makeup and silver leotards. We show up in 4 Beatle suits because we were like Beatle, and we're the freakos because we look like accountants. These guys look like hit musicians. So we do this tour and end up in San Francisco. And the day after our gig, it's a Monday morning, I go down to Haight-Ashbury. I want to see what's going on because I've seen pictures in Rolling Stone, Newsweek, Time magazine of this guy down there with a bare chest with a peace sign on it, flowers in his hair, and it's like make love, not war, you know, peace, not war, and all that kind of stuff. And so I go to Haight-Ashbury, and there's nobody there. It's Monday morning. So I go into a store and I say to the guy, "Is this the right Haight-Ashbury? Is there another one?" He's like, "I've been in the Navy 38 years, man, and there's no other Haight-Ashbury. This is it. This is where it all happens." I said, "Well, what's happening?" He said, "You should have been here in the week. It's 10 o'clock Monday morning. All the hippies are in bed. And if you came here Friday, we went non-stop, like Friday from 4 o'clock. It's all day Saturday. Janice was here. The Dead were here. Quicksilver was here. Moby Grape was here. Everybody was here. Come back next week." And I said, "Man, we're Canadian. We've got to go back home." And he said, "Well, if you want to see that hippie, go over the bridge to Berkeley, California. The university's there. It T-Bones, right, Telegraph Avenue, T-Bones right into the university. That guy's on the corner. That's his spot. You can get your picture taken and see that guy." So we go over there to Berkeley, and I buy a bunch of vinyl because then the head shops had, you know, tie-dye T-shirts and beads and turquoise and a lot of vinyl. So I'm buying bootleg Neil Young and Dylan and things like that, and Van Morrison. And I'm carrying all these records, and they're pretty heavy. We have a rented car, so I'm going to go put the vinyl in the trunk of the car and go walk around somewhere with the band. And before we left Winnipeg on that trip, this was a big deal because it's all over the radio. We're going to tour with Frank and the Mothers and Alice Cooper. The mayor of Winnipeg called us in to his office with the newspaper there and gave us this little certificate that made us honorary citizens of Winnipeg. Which I thought was pretty weird because we were all born there. But he gave us all a little pin to wear in our collar that was a little red maple leaf. He said, "Wear this everywhere so people know you're Canadians, and be proud of Canada. And by the way, never get in a fight with an American." We said, "Why not?" He said, "Because they're all drafted at 18, taught hand-to-hand combat. Unless you got on hockey skates on ice with a hockey stick, you won't win in a fight with these guys." There's no way you can match it. So with that in mind, I'm walking towards my car, and down the street, there's 3 guys coming towards me, and they look tough. When you're alone, 3 guys is a gang, okay? One's black, one's Chicano, one's white. They have ripped off sleeves, giant muscles, tattoos on their muscles that say, "Look at my muscles," you know what I mean? This kind of tattoos. And they're giving me this glare like, "We're going to eat you alive, you peace-loving Canadian." And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And my car is this far away, these guys are getting closer, and I want to get to my car and dump the vinyl, but I can't, they're in between me. And suddenly there's this noise on the horizon. You've all heard this noise. It's like a car with a bad muffler that's dragging on the ground. And they hear this noise, and they all look at each other kind of frightened. And suddenly this macho gang of these 3 guys, 2 of them leave, and this one guy's standing there alone, and he's like almost trembling in his boots. And this little brown Pinto pulls up or something with a bumper hanging off, and it's got a blue door. You can tell it's been put together from a junkyard. It's got a blue door. The bumper's hanging down, held onto the coat hanger. But the driver of this car is like a Tasmanian devil. It's this little 5-foot-tall woman who, when these guys see her, they leave, and this poor guy, who's obviously the lucky man in her life, is standing there in front of me. And he's looking at me, and he's now shrugging. He's not Mr. Macho anymore. She gets out of the car and rips into him. "You no good bum. I know you're here with your buddies checking out all the chicks from the university. And you're supposed to be out looking for a job, and I don't mean reading the want ads, drinking coffee, I mean looking for a job. And you left me home again with the kids, and you didn't take out the garbage when you left." Poor guy looks at me and he shrugs. She says, "Get in the car." She slams the door and she says, "Furthermore, baby, when you get home, you ain't getting no sugar tonight."